currently, as it stands, has 22 months worth of mine life remaining. We have an application in to extend that by a further 6 months. That is going through the normal process, government process, and we look forward to that being granted in the near future. Irrespective of that, the reality is that our mine life will come to an end at some point, and it's imperative upon base and our stakeholders that we start thinking about mine closure and post-mining land use. What happens after mining is gone? So key to that is rehabilitating the mined out areas. And we're currently standing in what's known as the central units, where mining started back in 2013. And here we are rehabilitating by effectively filling the hole in with with beach sand, which is a product of our mining. It's a byproduct of the mining process. So putting that beach sand back into the hole that was generated from mining. And then because the beach sand is very coarse and doesn't retain its water, we need to put a water retention layer back. So we mix the sand with clay, which is also a byproduct of our mining process and was in the ground before mining started. And with that clay comes really great water retention. The clay really holds the water. So you put that layer in, and then you bring back the topsoil that was removed before mining started and stockpiled. So you bring back that topsoil, which has all the good nutrients in it and is good for agriculture, tree growth, grass growth, and the like. And so what we're doing is we're rebuilding the profile of the land, and then bringing back adding a water retention layer, and then bringing back all the topsoil. And you can see over my shoulder, we have a trial plot behind me here on the central dune. You've got maize growing, and in actual fact, we're setting aside on this central dune about 14 acres of rehabilitated land to undertake various agricultural trials. And those agricultural trials they're basically studies for our post-mining land use project, where we're looking at various options on how the land can be used productively, how activities post-mining when base is left can generate jobs, benefits for the community, revenue for government, and training opportunities for local community members. When it's all done, there'll be 600 acres available for agriculture post-mining land use. Okay, so that doesn't include areas that can be set aside for conservation, sustainable conservation, and it doesn't include areas that could also be used additionally for training and education. It's just the areas that would be most ideal for a sort of medium to large scale agricultural project. The base is licensed to mine under a lease, under a special mining lease, as defined in the Mining Act, and that lease is issued by the Ministry of Mining, or the ministry responsible for mining. But the land originally was purchased, so the original house landowners were compensated for their land, and they surrendered their title deeds to the company implementing the project at the time, and then those title deeds were vested with the national government. Okay, in order for a lease to be issued over the top of it, you obviously can't issue a lease over land you don't have control of. So the title for the land sits with the national government, but obviously any decisions in relation to what comes next, what happens next, involves a lot of engagement with a very wide variety of stakeholders. You've got obviously got national government stakeholders through the Ministry of Mining, through the National Treasury who owns the land, but you've also got a devolved system now, so it's very important that the county government's involved. It's very, very important, extremely important, that any decisions on post-mining land use has incorporated the views of local community members, of people residing around the mine site, to get their buy-in, to get their support, and to get their involvement ultimately in the benefits that accrue from anything that comes next. Look, Base currently has a number of prospecting license applications in the system, going through the approval process, and you're correct. There's a number of them in Kuranze, in western Kwale, and there's a number of them up on the north coast in Lamu, and on the border with Tana River County. Now, all those you can see them in the online cadastre map. Online, it's available publicly online. You can have a look for them on the map that's available there. And yes, look, even though Base is thinking about and planning for mine closure and post-mining land use, our number one priority, is to ensure that we remain a player in Kenya's mining sector, an investor here, someone that's contributing to the development and growth of the sector, someone that's contributing to the development and growth of our communities and the country more broadly. Right? So our number one priority is to identify new areas for mining, and you do that through exploration, through the issuance of exploration license, prospecting licenses. And so we look forward to those licenses being issued, and we look forward to that work taking place, and hopefully discovering minerals that allows Base to maintain its presence in Kenya.